Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Friday. We got 14 matchups on this MLB slate today, guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Working our way to 20.5k subs, so keep up the good work. Check out all my betting links in the description below. Really great promos, especially with DraftKings, guys. Bet 5, get 200 in bonus bets. So go ahead and take advantage of that in the description below. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Busy slate today. 14 matchups, starting with the Kansas City Royals versus the Detroit Tigers. Detroit opening up as home favorites at minus 115. The Royals plus 105 with the over-under at 7.5. Royals coming into this matchup 16-10. The Royals 14-11. I'm sorry. The Royals 16-10. Detroit 14-11. Pitching for the Royals is Seth Lugo with an ERA of 2.03. Pitching for the Tigers is Reese Olson with an ERA of 3.80. Lugo, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 1 strikeout. Olson, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. The Royals coming off a 3-game winning streak, 3 straight wins against Toronto. Detroit coming off a Tampa Bay loss. Crazy, the Royals, they're 0-5 against Detroit, 1-8 on the road against Detroit here. They have not been good against Detroit. Pretty even pitching matchup here. But the Royals are playing well, and this is a much different Royals team than the past when they played Detroit, and they're a good dog today to open up this slate. I'll take Royals plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Oakland Athletics versus the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore opening up as home favorites at minus 290. Oakland plus 230 with the over-under at 7.5. Oakland coming into this matchup 10-16. The Orioles 16-8. Pitching for Oakland is Ross Stripling with an ERA of 5.34. Pitching for Baltimore is Corbin Burns with an ERA of 2.76. Stripling, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Burns, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Oakland coming off a Yankees win. Baltimore coming off an Angels win. Oakland just 1-6 against Baltimore, 2-6 on the road against Baltimore. So they have not been good against Baltimore here. And I like Burns on the mound. Stripling hasn't really had a great game yet this season. And I'll take Baltimore at home in this one. Next matchup, we've got the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Dodgers opening up as road favorites at minus 120. Toronto plus 100 with the over-under at 9. Dodgers coming into this matchup 16-11. Toronto 13-13. Pitching for the Dodgers is Gavin Stone with an ERA of 4.0. Pitching for Toronto is Chris Bassett with an ERA of 3.90. Stone, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 1 strikeout. Bassett, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Dodgers on a little 4-game winning streak here, playing well right now, coming off a Washington series sweep. Toronto coming off a 3-game losing streak against the Royals here. Dodgers 6-1 on the road against Toronto. 10-3 against Toronto. They've been very good against Toronto here. Stone's been good on the mound for them. So is Bassett. So pretty good pitching matchup here. But we're going to go with the hot team. And we'll take Dodgers on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Chicago Cubs versus the Boston Red Sox. Looks like both teams are in a pick'em scenario at minus 110 with the over-under at 8. Cubs coming into this matchup 16-9. Boston 14-12. Pitching for the Cubs is Shota Imanaga with an ERA of 0.84. Pitching for Boston is Cutter Crawford with an ERA of 0.66. Imanaga, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Crawford, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. The Cubs on a 3-game winning streak, coming off a Houston sweep. Boston coming off a Cleveland loss. The Cubs The under's hitting 4 of their last 5 on the road here. Imanaga been great on the mound here. He's only given up 2 runs in his last 3 starts. Same with Crawford. He's only given up 1 run in his last 3 starts here. So both pitchers not giving up runs. So maybe the under could be the play here. I'm liking the Cubs here. Coming into this game hot in a pick'em scenario, I'll take the Cubs on the road. Next matchup, we've got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at minus 135. The Cardinals plus 115 with the over-under at 8. Cardinals coming into this matchup 11 and 14. The Mets 13 and 11. Pitching for the Cardinals is Miles Mikolas with an ERA of 6.49. Pitching for the Mets is Jose Butto with an ERA of 1.65. Mikolas, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Butto, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. St. Louis coming off an Arizona win. The Mets coming off a Giants win. St. Louis, they are 10 and 5 on the road against the Mets, so they've had success on the road there. Mets currently 6 and 1 at home, where they've played very well. And yeah, I'm liking Butto on the mound. He's been very solid. Mikolas coming off back-to-back 5-run games here. So yeah, I think I'm going to lean with the Mets at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the Miami Marlins. Miami opening up as home favorites at minus 160. The Nationals plus 130 with the over-under at 8. Nationals coming into this matchup 10 and 14. The Marlins 6 and 20. Pitching for the Nationals is Trevor Williams with an ERA of 2.91. Pitching for the Marlins is Jesus Luzardo with an ERA of 6.58. Williams, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Luzardo, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Washington coming off a 3-game Dodgers series loss. Miami coming off a 3-game Braves loss. Washington, they are 0-5 against Miami. They've had their struggles against the Marlins here. Marlins, though, 2-11 at home. We know how bad the Marlins have been. Luzardo's been bad on the mound this season. And there's just no chance I'm taking the Marlins minus 160 on at any point in this season. Give me Nationals plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Cleveland Guardians versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at minus 200. The Guardians plus 170 with the over-under at 8.5. Guardians coming into this matchup 18 and 7. The Braves 17 and 6. Pitching for the Guardians is Logan Allen with an ERA of 5.06. Pitching for the Braves is Chris Sale with an ERA of 4.38. Allen, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Sale, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Cleveland, coming off a Boston win. Atlanta, on a 3-game winning streak, coming off a 3-game Miami sweep. Cleveland, they are just 1-4 against Atlanta, but they are 7-1 on the road here. The over's hit in 5 of their last 7, so maybe the over could be a play. The over's hit in Atlanta 6 of their last 9 against Cleveland, so maybe the over, over could be a nice play here. Both pitchers giving up some runs here, so both pitchers coming off 3-run games. This is a tough one. I think Guardians are good dogs today. They've been good against the Braves here, and I'll take a shot with Cleveland plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Chicago White Sox. Rays opening up as road favorites at minus 245. The White Sox plus 200 with the over-under at 7.5. The Rays coming into this matchup 13 and 13. The White Sox 3 and 22. Pitching for the Rays is Zach Eflin with an ERA of 3.68. Pitching for the White Sox is Chris Flexen with an ERA of 6.41. Eflin, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. He's coming off back-to-back 0-run games. Flexen, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 2 strikeouts. He's given up 13 runs in his last 3 starts here. Tampa Bay coming off a Detroit win. White Sox, they're on a 7-game losing streak, coming off a 4-game sweep against Minnesota. Tampa Bay 6-1 against the White Sox, where they've been very good here. And yeah, no confidence with the White Sox. Flexen, been bad on the mound. I'll take Tampa Bay on the road in this one. Next matchup, we've got the Cincinnati Reds versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at -175. The Reds +140 with the over-under at 9. Reds coming into this matchup 14-11. The Rangers 13-13. Pitching for the Reds is Graham Ashcraft with an ERA of 5.24. Pitching for the Rangers is Nathan Eovaldi with an ERA of 3.30. Ashcraft, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Eovaldi, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Cincinnati, coming off a Philly loss yesterday, 5-0. Rangers coming off a Mariners loss. Cincinnati, they are 4-1 against the Rangers, so they've actually been good against the Rangers here. And pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers been giving up some runs. Maybe the over could be a play today. And I think Reds are a good dog. And I'll take a shot with the Reds +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the New York Yankees versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Yankees opening up as road favorites at -130. The Brewers +110 with the over-under at 8.5. Yankees coming into this matchup 17-9. The Brewers 16-8. Pitching for the Yankees is Lewis Gill with an ERA of 2.75. Pitching for the Brewers is Colin Rea with an ERA of 2.08. Gill, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Rea, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Yankees coming off an Oakland loss. Brewers coming off back-to-back Pittsburgh wins. The Yankees, they are just 3-8 against Milwaukee, so they've had their struggles against the Brewers here. The over's hit in 6 of their last 7 on the road against Milwaukee, so maybe the over could be a play. Pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers coming off 0-run games. I think Brewers are good dogs today at home, and I'll take Milwaukee +1.5 here. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Los Angeles Angels. Twins opening up as road favorites at -110. Angels +100 with the over-under at 8. Twins coming into this matchup 11-13. The Angels 10-15. Pitching for the Twins is Bailey Ober with an ERA of 4.91. Pitching for the Angels is Patrick Sandoval with an ERA of 7.17. Ober, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Sandoval, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Minnesota on a 4-game winning streak, coming off a 4-game sweep against the White Sox. The Angels, coming off a Baltimore loss. They are 1-6 in their last 7, so it's been a real struggle for LA. I like Minnesota. They're coming into this hot. Sandoval had some bad starts on the mound. He's coming off that 7-run game here. Minnesota's hot right now. I think I'm going to lean with the Twins on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Seattle Mariners. Arizona opening up as road favorites at -130. Seattle +115 with the over-under at 7.5. Arizona coming into this matchup 12-14. Seattle 13-12. Pitching for Arizona is Zach Gallen with an ERA of 3.0. Pitching for Seattle is Emerson Hancock with an ERA of 6.10. Gallen, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Hancock, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Arizona, coming off a St. Louis loss. Seattle coming off a Rangers win. Arizona, they've had their struggles against Seattle, just 3-8 against Seattle. The overs hit in each of their last 5 games on the road against the Mariners, so maybe the over could be a play here. Gallen coming off a 5-run game. Hasn't been that great these last 3 games. He's given up 8 runs here, and I think Seattle's a good dog today. I'll take Seattle plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we've got the Philadelphia Phillies versus San Diego Padres. Looks like we got a pick'em scenario. Both teams minus 110 with the over/under at 7.5. Phillies coming into this matchup 16-10. The Padres 14-14. Pitching for the Phillies is Aaron Nola with an ERA of 3.45. Pitching for the Padres is Joe Musgrove with an ERA of 5.74. Nola, his last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Musgrove, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. The Phillies coming off a Reds win 5-0. Padres coming off a Rockies loss. The Phillies are 5-1 against the Padres, 10-4 on the road against the Padres here. They've been very good against the Padres. The overs hit in Padres 7 of their last 9 against the Phillies. So maybe the over could be a play. And yeah, Musgrove hasn't been great on the mound. It's been rough starts for Musgrove here. In a pick'em scenario, I like the Phillies here, and I think I'm gonna roll a Philadelphia on the road. In the last matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at minus 150. Pirates plus 125 with the over/under at 8.5. Pirates coming into this matchup 13-13. The Giants 12-14. Pitching for the Pirates is Quinn Priester with an ERA of 8.31. Pitching for the Giants is Kyle Harrison with an ERA of 5.0. Priester, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Harrison, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Both pitchers haven't pitched very well. Pittsburgh just 2-8 in their last 10. It's been a struggle for Pittsburgh. Giants coming off a Mets loss here. Pittsburgh just 2-7 against the Giants. 2-5 on the road against the Giants here. So yeah, Pittsburgh's been struggling. Priester's not been good on the mound. He's coming off back-to-back 4-run games. And yeah, just don't love the vibes with Pirates right now. I'm going to take the Giants at home. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Friday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Saturday. Have a good one.